Hello everyone. Just going to do an update video here. Just kind of what's going on. I've noticed a few comments here lately that people have been saying, are you back to work yet? Why aren't you working? When are you going to get back into a truck? What happened? Are you okay? Are you still alive? I don't know what else, but basically alluding to the fact that either they're newer subscribers or subscribers from a while ago just kind of catching up and maybe missed, a whole bunch of videos or something. Or maybe even just one. Anyways, yeah, things are finally starting to progress. I got my work, what is it now? Employment authorization card, finally, and it's good for a year. So I went out to I got that on Monday, went out to Social Security Wednesday, applied for the card, and they said I should be 2 to 4 weeks or something like that. Kelly said she got hers in a matter of a couple of days, so it might be sometime this week. But they just kind of give that timeline. As well as I got my travel documents. My I-131 came through, or that's actually what you file. What you get is a different number, but it's the advanced parole. Basically what happened is when I put my paperwork in while I'm in the US, I am free to leave the country, but as soon as I cross that border to anywhere, they basically void from what I understand, they void the papers out and they deny it because they say that you've given up on the papers. So as free as I was to leave to go home, I really wasn't, because we've spent so far close to $2,000, and that's money that we won't get back. My boss up in Yellowknife actually is the one that helped us out, because I was so close to going home, because we just didn't have the extra money at that point. So it's to him that, I thank him for that. But dude, I was getting seriously worried and frustrated because I didn't think that, let alone, working down here as the bills are starting to mount, that, I'd be going up to the ice roads this year, simply because at the beginning of October, we got some, a request for, more information, basically. And in those papers, they say that we've got something like 85 days to reply, and that once they get that, then it takes about 90 days for the 485 to be done, which is it's not the sponsorship. Yeah, I think it's the sponsorship. Whatever it is. One of the papers, the big paper. And I figured that, all right, in talking with them, it sounded like everything was put on hold, including the travel document and the work visa. So I was like, 90 days, that would have been beginning of January. It's kind of like, okay, the ice road's going to start mid-January from what I understood before. So I'm kind of getting it close. Well, no, it came in, and it was basically 90 days to the day since we first submitted the papers, so I guess it didn't. Either way, I'm just ecstatic that I can finally work down here, let alone go back up to Canada and do the ice roads. So I'm just starting to talk with him now. I gave him an email, and I got to talk with him here in a little bit. Just because, I don't know exactly what's going on with the date and everything like this and that sort of stuff, so... but should be a go. There shouldn't be anything holding me back unless they decided that they didn't like me for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to try to just find some sort of a job, whether it's McDonald's or working at Big R or Walmart. I don't care. Just something between now and January just to bring some cash flow in. That way Kelly's, a little bit better when I'm not here. She needs something, and I've got a little bit of pocket change to go up to Yellowknife and kind of take care of myself in the meantime. So that's that. I'm just now at the point where I can finally start working, but I'm not driving yet. And then up on the ice roads, there won't be any videos, just because I've heard now that people have gotten fired and banned from the ice roads. So I'm not, I'll talk with them up there, see if I can't do the vlogs, and if there's, a certain way that I could, but, I just don't feel comfortable because it's too good of an opportunity for me up there, and I make a heck of a lot more off of that than I do videos, so, yeah, but in the spring, when I get back down here, once the snow melts and the ice melts and everything and the weather starts turning good, then I'm going to be looking for a highway job, and I'm talking with a couple of people that are friends right now. and probably going to work for them or something. But I'll figure that out at some point. So in the spring, there will be new videos. Now that I can work down here legally with the Social Security and all this and that, there will be trucking videos come mid-spring sometime. Yeah, that's the update on that. Kelly's doing good. I know a few of you've asked, how she's doing. She seems to be doing all right. Still thinking there might be something wrong with her, but it's definitely not like it used to be. So we're just trying to get that stuff all taken care of. Still trying to get those bills taken care of, which hopefully this summer off the ice. I'm really trying to think of things that I want to do. There's a guy that's up here selling a nice older truck. It's not too old, but it's old enough that I only get a couple of years work out of it. I'm almost thinking of taking as much of that money that I make on the ice road and buying a truck outright, because he's got it going for pretty cheap. But I don't know. That's in the spring. So, what else? Well, basically everything that's been going on with the train wreck, now dubbed Hillbilly Redneck. Nothing really has changed since the last video. I've installed the switch and installed the other light, which I'll get into when I do another video off the truck. But I think I'm pretty much going to wrap that series up now. It's at the point now where it's as good as it's going to get until, something else happens. What I am probably going to do is take this body right off when I get back in the spring. Take the body off, which is what people have said, but, at that point I wasn't worried about. And find one that had a blowing up motor or something. Or I'll soak a little bit of money into it, but I mean, mechanically it's good. It looks good for now, and for where I'm at, this is exactly what I wanted it for. So, I can get a nice pretty $60,000 truck, and that I'll worry about later. I wanted something to fart around in. Which I guess brings me to another issue, is where I'm at. We call this area the Twin Oaks. I don't think they're oaks. They're definitely not pine. They're tree. They're trees. There's two of them. Some on Facebook and some of my close friends know that I'm working on building kind of a four-wheeler ATV type of retreat with my friend at his place. He lives on something like 300 acres, 350 acres, something like that. And all but what he lives on is farm field and a couple of these waterways here. Well, he's got the four-wheelers and I got the want, and so we're basically men trying to act like boys, or boys trying to act like men. I don't know. We're building areas. Like I said, we got the Twin Oaks here. We got touchdown or field goal over there. It's a tree that comes straight up and then forks out. It's kind of cool. Over there, we're going to put in a fifth-wheel travel trailer that one of our friends has for sale. We're going to camo that out, and we're going to have a nice little retreat there. Maybe pipe in some Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. But kind of a cool little place, and there are actually animals going through here. There's a couple of musks. I don't know what the heck they are. They're big giant rats that go through there, through the waterway. Anyways, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna make that a little series just for somebody. I'm sure somebody wants to see it. I'll drive around the perimeter, going back and forth around everything. It's about 4 miles around circumference. And then this waterway, there's a waterway that tags off that way. There's one down that way, but there used to be a house out here, and they tore that down a few years ago. It was abandoned for a while, apparently, or something like that. So we figured, why not have some fun, And then in the winter, we're going to do some yahooing when the snow finally hits. This being one of the trucks that we're going to use. But yeah, we're just kind of making a fun little area to hide away in. Got the corn all around. Nobody be able to see around here. Probably murder somebody, I don't know, maybe snipes or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll make a whole series of that, on our little alcoves and this park lane by Twin Oaks and all that sort of stuff. So I'll get into that. And yeah. Oh, one more thing. Got a new truck dog. If you remember Bosley, got him a couple of years ago there. Unfortunately, in the spring, he passed away for some reason. Not too sure as to what happened. Thinking either it was cancer, because he did have a lump and it just grew quickly. or he got into something in the garage because he was in there a few days before he passed, but he just started shaking like he was cold. And by the time I could get to the vet, call the vet, he was out in the backyard, and by the time I got to him, he was already gone. So not 100% sure, but yeah, he went away. And there was a little bit of a void. Wanted to get another dog. One of our friends off of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter had a puppy, but unfortunately that really didn't work out with the cats and everything. And we just, like I said, we felt this void, so we went to the pound. I was going to get like a Rottweiler or something big, because I wanted another big dog. We had a Rottweiler cross, and he was just the best dog. And I've had him on videos here at Guinness, if you look way back in the old days. But anyways, we got this little girl here. They figure she's about 2 years old. She is a Beagle Corgi mix, and second best dog, if not the best dog, just next to Guinness, that I've ever owned. Usually with the cats, we've got to give it a few days before they can really mingle together. These two, basically within 45 minutes, we usually put the cats away, let her sniff, and put the dog into a kennel and let the cat sniffs, and then, you know, they kind of get to know each other. But within 45 minutes of her being in the kennel, I said, this is dumb. So why don't we just let her out? It was like they've known each other for 5 years. So she's a keeper. Her name is Jessie, in remembrance of Jessie, our old dog that we had for just a little bit. Anyways, my friend's coming up there in old Whitey, so I guess I'm going to wrap this video up. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. One of our mascots is right down in there. There he is. Little muskoxy rat. Just saw both of them in there. They're just playing around. Oh, he's going home, I think.